spread the rumor that I have run away. You are the man.
As usual, the General is eager to chat to reporters.
It was the Brahman Broadcasting Corporation, BBC.
We're spreading your rumors.
I can tell you one thing, man. I'm the man. I'll take the tank over my body. You will see my dead body or alive.
How close would you say they are to Dhaka now, General?
Why should I tell you?
They say they're going to be here very early next week, General.
Let them be. I am ready. Quicker the better. Why don't they come?
Well, we think they are coming, quite honestly.
Well, let them come. I say you go with them. You will take very good pictures.
You think you can take care of them?
Take care of who?
The Indians.
My goodness. Anybody else also with them. Not only Indians.
You look after us, General.
Inshallah, come to me anytime. At your service, gentlemen. Anytime.
What do you see happening when the Indians do hit town, General?
Well, I told you we'll fight it out.
Is there a real possibility of street-by-street fighting?
Inshallah, we'll keep them away.
The feeling is that you don't have enough men here in the town to put up a big fight.
Makes no difference. I never show my men.
Will you make any attempt at a conditional surrender?
No, sir. The question is either we live or we die.
Colonel, is there any question of a surrender yet, do you know? Would you know?
No, no surrenders.
Yeah. There's no question of it. You know for sure, no question.
No question of any surrender.
That what General Niazi has been saying still stands. You fight to the last man.
He means it.
And you mean it with him, or
of course,
all of you behind him?
Everyone.
General, could you give us a quick rundown of how you view the situation at this time?
Well, actually, as I told you, I'm not in command of the troops. The troops are being commanded by General Niazi, and he's the right person to tell you what the situation is.
But General Farman, if you were in control, would you not now think of surrendering? Isn't it ludicrous to go on?
No, why should we surrender?
And the news that has just reached me is that Yahya Khan has given the order to surrender in the east. In fact, he gave his agreement to this at 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Over lunch, the defeated General Niazi is equally frank. He confirms what we think we already know, that he kept fighting long after the war was lost because President Yahya tricked him into believing the Americans and the Chinese were going to join the fight to save East Pakistan from collapsing. When I suggested to General Niazi that he made a major tactical blunder in defending the prestige border towns instead of withdrawing to a defensive area around Dhaka, he says, "Yes, I know all that, and so did my commanders. We argued for a different strategy, but we had our orders, and we obeyed them because we are soldiers." At dusk, Indian paratroops arrived for the formal surrender ceremony on Dhaka racetrack.
A damn good run, huh? You went right through.
Unofficially, the birth of the new nation is proclaimed when the Bangladesh flag is raised over the radio station. In the midst of all this confusion, the Indians finally arrive. Were there moments where they did really put up a fight to the death?
Oh, yes. I think practically everywhere. The Pakistani soldiers fought extremely well, I must say. In fact, I would say at times it was so fanatical. Then I've sort of said, look at this man, he's just dying for something, when he has no business to be just come charging across. It's just ridiculous at times. I felt very sorry, in fact.
It seemed to us that you've taken your time. We've been expecting you for days, 4 or 5 days.
Yes.
What was holding you up particularly? Was it just the politics of the situation, or was it the fighting?
Well, I mean, we were not in a particular hurry, really. I mean, in the sense, we wanted to finish this as quickly as possible, but you know how it is. I mean, you don't want to lose too many men in the bargain. I mean, I like to save my men, and yet win a battle if possible, rather than have them massacred. Because, this morning I lost 3 of my men, and this happened half an hour before the ceasefire or whatever it was.
Would you say that the truth is that you really didn't have a chance from the very beginning of the war, once there was a war started?
I am not willing to give any interview, please.
Sir, you are at liberty
honestly,
not to say anything.
See, no.
I mean,
I can talk to you.
Just a second, a little later. At the moment, some ceremony is to go on.
By now, General Niazi cannot hide the humiliation he so deeply feels. it seems to me that he is close to tears. And suddenly, we all feel desperately sorry for the once blustering general. At this moment, I think most of us would have given almost anything to see Yahya Khan in General Niaz's place. The change of ownership of one of the most populated and poorest parts of the world is now being confirmed. What the defeated Pakistani army leaves behind it is a legacy of bitterness and hatred. After all that's happened, it's not unnatural, I suppose, for the people of Bangladesh to bay for blood. Their soil is soaked with it, but the lust for revenge is a bad foundation for nationhood.